Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a TVP T 5051. It's a Czechoslovakian Tier 10 medium tank, and it's located on the east spawn of Paris under the command of Just a Pixel of RTR. Now, it's got a 100mm gun, which is particularly deadly, and it's got a magazine as well. It's able to load and fire 4 shells in just under 4.5 seconds. From the moment it fires its first shell, it can fire all 4 of them into the target and do 1200 hit points of damage very, very quickly indeed. So it's a very dangerous medium tank to come across. And he's come across his opposite number, puts 1 into him, 2, 3, 4, and massive amount of damage, 1284 hit points in 4.5 seconds. That poor TVP knows how this tank works. He suffered basically the fate of many a tank, being taken out of the game very, very quickly. Well, wasn't really taken out of the game because he had enough hit points to survive. The gun will do 320 alpha. And he's reloaded, and he's poking his nose around the corner. Now, I believe the reload time is something like about 20-25 seconds. But we don't have the mods, so I can't tell you at the moment precisely how much time it does exactly take. Well, got 1 into the 110, but didn't get anything more. Can we shoot through that gap? Very difficult. No, don't think he's got a target. Oh, now he does. 110. Yes, gets another 1 in, and the third. So 627 hit points off the 110, and he's now reloading. The TVP T 5051 can be very dangerous, very vulnerable when it's reloading because it's such a long time, but it is quite a fast mobile tank, so he can get out of trouble fairly very quickly if he needs to. Scorpion G gets tracked for the first one, gets hit again, and takes 2 rounds, and he's out the game. 442 from the track destroyed, and he actually did damage himself of 296. So I think 3 of his shots actually tracked the Scorpion, and 1 he got some damage assist from somebody else killing the Scorpion G. 1 went in, 3 tracked. TVP T 50, yes, got him out the game with 1 shot. He only had 2 hit points left. He poked the corner, not realizing that TVP was here, waiting for him. He probably thought that he could do exactly what Just a Pixel's just done to the enemy. And now the enemy's going to get some surprise butt sex. 1 into the turret. 2 takes him out the game. Going for the Type 4, 1 into the turret. Only has 3 shots available because he didn't reload after hitting the TVP T 5051, but he should be able to repeat it very shortly. But he won't be able to kill the Type 4 Heavy with all 4 shots. Now he can. Now he's got enough firepower to do it. He can take the Type 4 Heavy out the game. Oh, missed the first shot. Go for the turret. No, didn't penetrate. Yes, 2 into the turret. No, just 1. He's on reload. Oh, the Conqueror's getting close. This could be dangerous. He needs to be aware of that. Just around the corner is the Conqueror. And the Conqueror knows it too. Wait for it. Now, can he get shots? Oh, the IS-6 looking in our direction, takes a round for 372. Yep, the Conqueror's trying to get shots on us. Pokes his head round the corner, get 1 tracking shot. And we get some 840 hit points of damage, keep the Conqueror in place. But now Just a Pixel is in reload. Can the others hold the Conqueror there whilst he gets new shells? No, we've got the enemy capping, but I don't think we need to worry about him. The Conqueror's killed. Okay, now it's just a question of dealing with those remaining enemy heavies. You'll probably take on Type 4 Heavy first. Oh, no, he goes after the IS-3, kills him. And then he kills the AMX 65 ton. Now he's doing butt sex with the Type 4, but he's going to have to use his speed. And that one's down, and that wins the game. The kill went to our ship arm, who managed to get a shot in the other direction and took out the Type 4 Heavy. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. That was a very energetic round right at the end. And it's a first-class tanker for Just a Pixel in the TVP T 5051. In fact, it's his first-class tanker because he's got the scrolls underneath. And he also picked up a Fire for Effect, a Fighter Badge, and a Bruiser Medal out of that one. But he also picked up the High Calibre for dealing the most damage in that game overall. Win 8 for the game, 5-6-2-3. Very, very nice indeed. Very superhuman comes to that level. So let's have a look at the team score. Top of the table, 5,219 hit points of damage. He also managed to get the highest number of kills. 4. The next highest score was the Lynx 656, who got 3, and the T-54-100 on the enemy team, who got 3, and also picked up a Pascucci's. And then when it came to base XP, well, he's got a clean sweep at the top of the table because he got 1,085 base experience points. The next high score was the SG-1, 893, and then came T-28 with 790. He fired 28 rounds in that game, got 24 direct hits and 19 penetrations. He did damage of 5,219 hit points, of which 1,580 were at more than 300 meters. Some of those shots were on his opposite number, right across the center of the map. He received 2 hits. One was a penetration, I think that was the IS-3, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage as well. He damaged 7 enemy vehicles, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 1,064 hit points. I think that was on the Conqueror and some of the other enemy tanks. On the premium count, he earned 74,606 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 36,506 credits. He received 2 bonds for getting the High Calibre at tier 10, and he also earned 1,627 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,255 experience points from that game. So yes, Vive La Paris using the classic tactic of flanking. It worked out very well. I was a bit worried that he went toe-to-toe with the Conqueror around the corner, but the Conqueror seemed to be a bit timid about coming round to the corner and dealing with Just a Pixel. If he had actually come round the corner, I think he might have been able to get Just a Pixel after he'd unloaded all his shells and put enough rounds into him whilst he was in reload to take him out the game. But it all worked out okay for him in the end, and it was a very explosive last few seconds, seeing the Type 4 and the AMX 65 ton go down like, well, bowling pins almost. And then he had a quick moment of butt sex with the Type 4 Heavy before the ship farm put him out of his misery. So, great game. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.